All right, so I'm live now, and I'm just finished up with my daily meditation. Today's meditation was about gratitude and hopefully being able to push that out into other people throughout the day. And I'm getting dressed. So, today is day 6. Day 5 went over pretty well considering it was probably the highest amount of pressure I've had since starting this project because I had to host a show, and I'm hosting a show in a bar where everybody's drinking, including my co-host, and which is not a bad. I'm not talking bad about these things. It's just a fact of life, and I've never hosted. I've been on stage before where I've not had anything to drink, but it's not common, and I ah, yeah. Is it working? Yes. Okay. So usually I would have a shot before I go up on stage or something like that. I'm getting used to hosting. Hosting has become something that I've started to do more and more of since last summer, and and um, and it's always a process. I never know how I'm really going to do until I get up there on the stage. I get very, very nervous most of the time, but yesterday there's just so much pressure because everything was running behind schedule, and I don't know. It was like there's a point after when the show was over where it was just so many people calling my name all at the same time, all wanting different kinds of attention, and it got very overwhelming. And there was like just all this drinking going on around me, and it, I went to the bartender who was he doesn't drink, and he was like, what do you want? Do you want some alcohol? And I was like, no. Everybody, no, you can have a glass of wine. No, no. It's like that. I mean, I think that most people get what I'm trying to do here, but they try to like give me permission so that not to be too hard on myself, and it's not about not being too hard on myself. It's about commitment. So, um, so the bartender, he made a new drink for me, and I really liked it, and so I'm going to start putting it on the menu here. And but it was just like this moment of overwhelming, and I don't know if I've not had that in such a way before, because after you do a show, after you host a show, of course everybody wants to talk to you. But it was somehow a little bit too much. But I made it through. I made it through. And I was standing outside having a cigarette, and I was thinking, I really could actually justifiably have a glass of wine or a drink to kind of celebrate the beginning of a brand new series that I'm hosting. But this is really about what I want to do with myself, and no, I just pull through it. I just pull through it and continue along my path. I mean, now I'm at day 6, and when I get to day 30, this is when I'm going to start thinking about quitting smoking. And I want to prove to myself that I can do all these things again. When I was in my 20s, I could decide at any point to stop doing something, and I just did it. And of course, it wasn't always easy, but I always knew that I was tougher than whatever was going through my body at the time. And for some reason, I need I need that reminder that I can still pull through. And it's not like I want to, it's not like, what do I want to say that? Um, it's not exactly that I want to um, prove something to the world as much as it is to myself that I am still in control of my habits and in control of how I deal with myself for future things. I mean, I cannot go around producing shit if I'm constantly stuck with a hangover, or if I'm, high, or if I'm just getting busy with chemsex all the time. There's no room for studying. There's no room for anything else because my job takes up everything. And um, I just want to find a new path for myself as I go through the second half of my 40s, because the first half, it's all been fun. It's all been very much fun. And last year I started doing things like shedding, I got rid of a lot of media on my computer and on my social media that I just felt was absolutely not necessary anymore. And that was so cathartic, and it was so good to do, because it's going through bullshit photos, going through all the me, I'm vain, I'm pretty. I kept the good ones, but just taking out the amount of how much I had of that stuff, and freed up all the space on my computer. And I'm kind of feel that's what I'm doing with myself. I'm just freeing up all the space. I would like to take a modern dance class, actually, so I have to research that. I love dance. I love dancing, so this could be very fun for me. I love performing, so I will continue doing that. And yeah, the meditation right now is, now it's that mechanism kicked in. Do you know, when you go to the fitness studio and you get into the hang of it, and so you start looking forward to it. And it's gotten to that point already now with the meditation. Meditation works on me very, very fast. It's like a drug. It really is. Um, yeah, so we're gonna make it through today. Today is gonna be Friday was heavy. Friday I hosted the gay sex fetish party, and yeah, I made it through that without drinking anything, and I certainly made it through that without doing anything. And I wasn't fucking. I wasn't having. I'm hosting the thing. I'm not participating. But I made it through the two heaviest days of the week. Friday, my fetish party hosting, and then Saturday, my show. And so now I know tonight, tomorrow night, and the other nights should be a lot easier. And I hope so, because to be honest, I there's just been, I got really uncomfortable this weekend, and unsure of myself. And it wasn't that I was oh, I'm going to go back on my word, because I can at any point. I can decide I want a beer, and I'm not going to shame myself for it. I'm just going to get back up on the horse and do it again. So maybe this time I make it 7 days. Maybe this time I make it 12 days. Now I'm on day 6, and I'm going to try to push it forward, because this is all about making that self-discipline. And self-discipline isn't a light switch. For me right now, anyway. It used to be. So